Welcome to the Rad Dad Redemption Podcast. Here's your hosts, Drew and Dex.
We're back.
And I repeat, start the show before I diarrhea right in this chair.
Well, we want to record it live.
Oh, that actually, I bet you we'd get a lot more listeners. Actually, I'm going to stop. I'm going to put the pause on myself because I did receive feedback quite recently that we talk too much butt poop stuff. Like in combination, butt/poop.
I think we're just being true to ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's just something that comes up naturally, but, we got to give the people what they want. So if you're sick of us talking about putting things in our butt or things coming out of our butt, we apologize. It's just very on brand for us. It just comes so fucking naturally. But yeah, I'll stop it. I'll stop it right there. Not going to go into it.
I won't. Everybody poops.
Everybody poops. Welcome back to the Rad Dad Redemption Podcast. We're your hosts.
I'm Dex.
I'm Drew, and it's Dex's birthday.
Yeah, birthday episode.
Oh, so exciting, man. There's been so much that's happened. Like, we haven't recorded in a while. Summer's a busy time.
It is very big. We're very busy dudes.
But there's been just an unbelievable amount of occurrences in both of our lives. More specifically, your life, but it does affect me. It's been so long since we've recorded, we haven't even told the fans, that you are a millionaire.
I'm so rich.
You're so fucking rich. Here's what I want to know. How fast did you spend that money?
It's gone.
It's done.
It's like gone. Yeah, no. I did win a large sum of money. I won't go into it, but I did win a large sum of money. And it's always been a thing where like I've been talking about this for at least the past year where I want to get a golf simulator in the house.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Our lives are different now.
Yeah. And so, my wife finally gave me the go-ahead, and this is before I had money. And so I was planning it out, and it was going to be like a 2-year project, basically. Like I was basically hoping to have it all done for next winter, like winter 2026.
Yeah.
And just because my garage is uninsulated, unheated, I'm sorry I'm losing my voice from yelling at Cahoots yesterday.
Oh, my God. We'll get into that.
But so, there was a few things. Obviously, everything is a cost, and I wanted to do it right.
You were going to systematically build this thing. Yeah.
And then happened to just win a bunch of money. Gambling, of course.
As you do.
And then immediately spent it on like this 2-year project that I had. Now everything's purchased. I still have a few things to do in the garage to get it ready, but it should be ready for end of this golf season.
Which I think is a smart move because, I know you're a financial planner. You're an enigma. You're a yin yang type of guy. You're bad with money, but you're also like
I love to spend money. Yeah,
but you're professionally trained with money. I see it in you, and I know that you socked a lot of that money away, which is awesome. But you immediately went out and bought this thing. But I love that purchase. I love that purchase for anyone. I love it especially for me and for us. But it pays dividends. It's not like you bought like a fucking 12-day trip in Cabo.
I also did do that. We just booked. Yeah.
Did you? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we just booked that this week.
Oh, you fucking guy. Okay, I take it all back. You're terrible with money, but I do like the fact. That what you've purchased is something we're going to use for a very long time. We golf together 2-3 times a week.
Yeah,
we have for years now. It's amazing how I haven't gotten any better.
Oh, either have I. I was actually talking about that yesterday. I was like, it's crazy. I've played like since my very best round, which was about 4 years ago. I did it back to back. I shot 74.
74. Okay.
74 back to back. And since then, I've not matched that. And I've played at least over 100 rounds.
Which is, I can appreciate the frustration there. But you're in the realm of like, you're always golfing well. Like you just shot a 75.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's hard to, that was the conversation we had yesterday. Once you get to that point, it is hard to move the needle. Whereas I'm going out shooting like in between 104, 110. It's not good. But I am getting birdies on holes. I am striking the ball well at times. And I'm like, I should not be doing this. But I just keep going. And I don't get any better. I get no better. And so this sim is a really big part of my life. It's more time for me to be at your house.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think would be possible. But it's also like maybe an avenue to like actually run drills. Like I never practice.
That's my thing. It's like we were talking about this yesterday. We're like, we don't get better at golf. And then we're like, well, but we also don't practice.
You don't get better by just playing. You really don't.
No.
And that's all we do is we play. We love playing. I love playing. I love
You're
drinking.
never going to magically figure something out on the course.
Yeah, but you got to go and you got to run drills.
Yeah.
You literally got to be like, why am I hitting the ball this way? What's up with this contact? Why am I slicing? And we don't do that.
No. And with this purchase, I got swing cameras, so we'll be able to like actually see our swing, like a video of your swing on the screen, so it can be like.
That's a hit. They had that at Wiz, and it was always nice to know you shank one, but it was nice to know when you watch the replay, like, oh, like I fucking turned it in too much. Or like,
mine will have the close up video of your club face, but it'll also have the swing, like your full body.
Oh, I don't want to watch that. I gotta lose some weight.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, so it'll be really cool. I had to order it like custom because we still want to park our cars in the garage, so it retracts up into the roof.
What?
Yeah.
It hold on. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So when you don't have, I'm trying to conceptualize this. When you need to use your garage, it just goes and it's fucking gone.
Yeah, the only thing is the hitting mat. We'll have to roll it up and put it aside. But the screen and the sides and the roof, because it's basically an enclosure that comes down.
Yeah.
So all of that is going to go back up into the roof, and the launch monitor is roof mounted, so it'll just stay up on the roof.
And you are getting this professionally installed?
No, I'm installing it myself, but I had to custom
order.
Are you
actually?
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy. It just bolts into or screws into your joists.
You've become a handyman.
A little bit, but it's really not that hard.
Okay. I was trying to give you some credit.
Yeah, thank you.
I love that idea. Like the dude that buys this like sick golf sim and is like, okay, part D61
Just
into
give up immediately.
Part D62. Like he just fucked it up.
There
Homer
is
Simpson building
you could
his
have
barbecue.
paid them to install it, and I guess if I have trouble, I could always I originally submitted the order on their website, and then they're like, pause, like before you go ahead and spend. I'm not gonna say how much it was, but it's like a lot of money. Before you go ahead and spend this much, well into the 5 figures, we're gonna like make sure you have a consultant who's like gonna look at your dimensions and everything and make sure all the shit actually does work with your space.
Oh, okay. So they're not gonna just sell you something and then be like, "Oh, whoops, you're an
Yeah,
idiot."
it's final sale. We had custom made your enclosure. You're like, go fuck yourself. Yeah, no, it's yeah. So I did have, and so they got me connected with this guy who's actually out of Calgary. And he does installs, and I could have paid an extra, like, I think it was like $500 for them to install everything. But really, it's like, honestly, it's 3 rails that go into your roof. You just got to, make sure it's mounted to a joist or a stud, and then you're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. It's such a huge deal for me.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be great. We're going to have Winter League. Lose a lot of money here.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, like, so I don't know what's going on with Wiz Golf right now, but it feels like they're circling the drain. And I don't mean to like tell tales out of school, but like something's going on there.
I had that feeling, and I actually did call it. Not that I had a premonition or that I'm just always so on point, but there's a couple things. Like there's the like saw him good aspect of going there and being like, they're not running this very well. And there was problems when we were there. There's a reason why we left that league. But I worked at another retail location for years, and we were having trouble. And one of the things our owner did at the time was dial back our hours. And we're in like a service industry. And I remember at that time, I was like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, like less hours to sell products to customers.
Yeah, I was like, I get where you're going with this. There's slow hours. You hit that like 8 to 10. No one's coming in. You're paying overhead. You're paying labor. Like I get it. It looks bad on the sheet. It looks like, oh, my labor costs are high against our sales. And if I look at these hours, we're not pushing product. However, when you close that door, when you are no longer available to serve people go other places. And that's exactly what happened. So we dialed back our hours. It was a labor thing. And then sales fell off more.
Yeah, then they're going to go to, I mean, I don't want to name the business, but they're going to go to a competing business. And then that place is going to have them as a customer for the rest of their life.
So it's a bad call. Right? And so that is what Wiz did. Yeah. And that was when I said, this was months ago, they reduced their hours. And I was like,
they're like closed on Sundays.
Oh, who wants to golf on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Like,
and I get it. It's summertime, but like we've had very many days of bad weather, even
Yes.
here in the summer, where it's like, yeah, I'd love to play inside. They're closed.
Well, and that like we go to Wiz or went to Wiz over Launchpad a lot of times because it's a great kid space.
Yeah.
You know, like if I take my kids to Launchpad, they're falling off the fucking concourse.
You're on high alert all the time. We took our kids to Launchpad, and it's like you can only have 50% of the fun you would normally have.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, I'd hate taking my kids places, but it's like, yeah, there's other people swinging in other bays.
And it's purpose
yeah.
built for drinking, so the other
Yeah.
bays are not safe spaces. You know, like it's not good for kids. Wiz was that, but yeah, so they reduced the hours, and I was like, I think this is a bad sign. And now they're just like they're fucking not open.
Yeah. Which, yeah, again, it's like, and I don't wish that on them. Like it was a great spot to go and hit some balls and stuff. But it's like after designing out this sim that I'm building, I realized a few things that like they've done horribly wrong. Like, and a few of them was
Like hiring Liam. Oh yeah.
Okay, that
He doesn't listen to the podcast.
he might. Who knows?
Liam. Okay, all right. Hold on. Liam, if you listen to the podcast, I love you, bud. You're a good kid, but you need to go to school. You need to get some skills. You need to do something else with your life because you are terrible at your job, and you are a big reason why that business failed. Thanks for listening.
Anyway,
You're so nice.
I was so nice. But like, so they're running GS Pro, which is a very popular software. That's what I'm going to be running on mine. And when I was looking at like the requirements to properly run GS Pro, I'm like, oh, you need a pretty like powerful gaming PC if you want to like have any decent settings and anything like that. And they were using like off the shelf like Dell.
Oh, dude, they're
desktops.
They're running like 98 gateways.
Yeah, and so I was like, well, no wonder everything kept crashing. And remember, we would often have problems with like it sensing the balls and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, obviously it's having problems because it wasn't designed to do this. Like I'm looking at, and you don't need a super high end like $3,000 computer, but you need a pretty good gaming desktop, like a used one, couple years old. That's what I'm going to do anyway. I've got a few people on like Facebook Marketplace. I've been like just saving their listings, and I'm like, when I'm ready, I'm going to go buy it. It's still going to be like $800 or $900.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, it's in the word. You know, a computer, like it is built to compute, to like analyze data and present information in a way that makes sense to us, to interface it to us. And so when you don't have that, it falls apart. And what you're doing, it sounds so simple. It sounds like such a like, oh, you hit a ball and it has to map it. But when you break it down,
It's breaking down the physics.
yes.
It's like, and then it's immediately like it's incredible. It's immediately taking all the data, the spin rate, your launch angle, your smash factor, all that,
your club speed,
your club speed, and it is immediately presenting that onto the screen in high definition,
in
right?
real
Like,
time.
if anybody's played video games or whatever, you know that you can't just go buy some off-the-shelf laptop to go play, you know, your newest AAA game.
It's showing you, it's not only analyzing that data, but then it's showing you the result at 60 frames a second, or it should be.
With you know, trees and grass and clouds and all of that shit.
So it's not a simple undertaking. So yeah, when you run these horrible fucking machines, it
like obviously it's not a great experience.
not great. And then that was like that. There was so many problems. There was the Liam factor. There was the computer factor, and then like, you know, just no maintenance. You know, that was another sign of a failing business, is like you go there and
The hitting strips are like just destroyed.
you guys can't afford a fucking strip of mat.
Well,
It's the business you're in.
Again, not like now we're getting into the Golf Sim podcast, but
Whatever, man.
whatever.
Birthday boy.
Yeah,
We talk
yeah.
about what we want.
We talk about what we want on my birthday. But so again, doing research on what kind of mat I'm going to buy. And yes, you can go buy a cheap mat on Amazon. I'm pretty sure that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
I don't know about
buy a
you.
couple.
Yeah, I don't know about you though, but when we played a lot at Wiz Golf that a couple years ago, I was getting elbow pain. And it's because they basically have this shitty hitting mat
On top of
on top of
ply.
plywood.
Yeah.
I bought a 1.5 inch thick hitting mat that is like top of the line. It did cost me a good chunk of money, but it's going to prevent injuries from long-term use. It's going to last forever. People are like, yeah, I've had this 10 years. I've played 1,000 rounds of golf on it and still looks brand new.
And it won't fuck your game up, because I will tell you, as a bad golfer, you know what happens when you're hitting off of plywood is you can actually take a lot of earth.
Yeah, you can hit 3 inches behind the ball and your club will skip and still make
It's like taking a fucking slap shot if anyone plays hockey. You
Yeah,
get that.
yeah.
It's like I was actually getting sometimes lucky because I would just roll my club into this fucking plywood and I could still make contact, and it fucked my game up. I remember the first time I went to the range in the summer after that whole year, or that whole winter I should say, at Wiz, and like my first divot was like one of those comic reels where like it was a shovel. Like I just took so much turf up and my club just stopped. And, you know, here I am fucking landscaping. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, there's not plywood underneath the earth.
Yeah. and the same thing happened to me when I went down to Arizona for my brother-in-law's bachelor party. My first round, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it easy first round of the year. I'm going to hit a 5-iron off the tee. It's not a long par 4, right? I'm going to hit same thing. Chunked it, barely got it to the fairway. Okay, whatever. It's not a long par 4. I'll hit a 5-iron again. Chunked it. I'm like, okay, maybe one more 5-iron will get me there. Like it was, and I was like, this is like Wiz Golf. It was, you were building some bad habits. So yeah, the mat that I bought, I researched it will, one of the complaints, but one of the reasons why I want it is people were like, well, you know, if you hit it fat, it like gobbles up your club. And I was like, oh, just like real life.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously I don't want something that's going to benefit me if it's, you know.
No, you got it. It's in the name. It's sim. You want to simulate real golf. So that's sick. And rest in peace.
Wiz Golf.
Play that. Play that rip Wiz Golf jingle.
Yeah, I'll have to come
Dude,
up with one.
okay, I swear to God, I know I put a lot of pressure on you, but we've been spacing these podcasts out lately. If you could, like in like the next 5 Mississippi, put it in memoriam for
Wiz Golf.
Yeah,
A pre-in memoriam before they've actually officially gone out of
toast.
business.
They're
Yeah.
toast. All right, so that.
The Rad Dad Redemption Podcast extends our deepest condolences to the friends and family of Wiz Golf. Wiz Golf died slowly and painfully before our eyes. Whether it was having a conversation with Liam's 2 remaining brain cells or breaking your wrist on their patented plywood hitting platform, we will always fondly remember our time at Wiz Golf. We eagerly look forward to the next great local business that will open in their location. Presumably, it will be a cannabis store to compete with the cannabis store directly below it and the one across the parking lot. Maybe it will be a vape shop. Those are the only 2 types of retail businesses that are still expanding. 420, blaze it. Rest in peace, Wiz Golf. Pour one out for the homies.
I would be so upset though. I'll put the.
It's going in.
We've probably just
In
listened to
eyes of an angel.
All right, we've just listened to the little hitter there. But I would be so pissed. Remember they were selling
Can you
memberships?
AI Liam's voice?
How long were you guys here?
Oh, geez. Yeah, let me take a look at that. Oh, yeah, the computer's not going. Geez. Yeah.
Remember they were selling memberships the last winter, and I actually thought about buying one. It was
Also a
$2,000 for
problem.
the year.
Yep, also
I
a
would be
problem.
so mad if I dropped $2,000 on a year-long membership there, and then they were like closed.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Like you got half a year out of it. Hopefully you make good use of it.
And they're not,
People were like storing their clubs there. I'd be choked if like all of a sudden the doors were locked and my clubs were inside.
and they're not saucing money back out. Like, that's a business that closes, and they're like, yeah, our bad.
Sorry, we don't like you can squeeze blood from a stone.
Yeah. Hey, we got a cool mailbag, golf related.
Yeah. I'll play the mailbag jingle here and I'll pull up the.
Mailbag time, motherfucker.
Brrr, I love that. I
Okay,
love that
we
stock.
actually have 2 mailbags because one showed up while I was playing that jingle.
Shut your butt.
Yeah. So your wife just texted me and said she found your phone.
Oh, that's so good. I'm so bad with my stuff, man. It's
It
crazy.
is like it's a meme now that you forget shit all the time. Like whenever we go golfing and somebody else drives, you leave shit in our cars.
Yeah.
Last night, I mean, obviously everybody's drinking pretty heavy, but like you especially, like
don't otherize me.
I'm otherizing
There
you.
was a category of drinkers, and I belonged.
You were the leader. You were the leader.
No, I belonged to that tier. But there was a few of us, particularly my brother-in-law. Like,
Yeah.
he got me going. So
I remember looking over at you, and you had like a highball glass out of my pantry or out of my cabinet, and you had also found like a bottle of wine in the back of my fridge that I'm not sure how long it's
I
been
was just
there.
crushing.
Yeah, you drank that whole bottle of wine. Anyway, okay.
It was my wife's birthday.
It was
It was my wife's
happy birthday, Meg. Happy birthday,
I
Meg.
had to do it for her. It's what she wanted.
Yeah, when she woke up, she's like, "I hope my husband loses everything. Like you forgot your wallet. You couldn't come to In Cahoots because you left your wallet.
Lost
here.
my dignity.
Why are they IDing 35-plus-year-old?
That was a convenient excuse, and that's actually why the night ended for me. I know we're doing mailbag, so we just played the jingle. We're getting it right into it. But Megan and I had, because she was like, "You go get your wallet, come back," and I was like, "No, Megan." They used the wallet as an excuse to be like, "You're not allowed." Like that's what that was.
It's because when you and Cam got out of the Uber, you were like wrestling in the parking lot. And They were like IDs.
Like I'm 35 and I look 40. Like there's no fucking way.
None of the girls got ID. We sat down. They're like, we didn't get ID'd, and I was like, what the fuck?
It was me. It was a convenient excuse. Being like, oh, you don't have your ID. You're also like a pile of shit right now. So don't come in here, please.
Okay, so there's your phone. Your phone is found.
Okay.
Okay, we did get a mailbag. This was a while ago because it's been so long since we recorded. It's from Hayden, one of your former students.
Which is so cool. Honestly, I'll take a quick minute to be like, when we first started this podcast, I was actually very worried about potentially kids listening. And I don't want to advocate that my students do listen to this podcast, but there is an element of like, we are real people.
We're normal people. Yeah.
Yeah,
You always think
teachers
of
are people.
teachers as like,
Yeah.
there's like, they're different. We're, again, to use your word, we're otherizing them. They're
It's their master status. They're a teacher all the time. And when you join the profession, like people tell you that. They're like, just, hey, welcome to the fishbowl. Like you're a teacher forever now. I'm like, I'm fucking not. Yeah, I'm not. I will be a teacher in High River. And that's kind of how it goes. When I'm in High River, I'm Mr. Hoover. And when I come to Okotoks, I'm fucking Drew. And I like, it's not like a Batman identity.
wrestling in Cahoots
Yeah,
parking lot,
smashing through my wife's windshield, which is also another her birthday treat. So I was really worried initially about kids listening, but this is a student. He's a great kid, and let's read the mailbag.
Yeah, okay.
I was super stoked that he reached out.
Hey dads, love the show. Hoover actually taught me in middle school, and I'm happy to see he's just as cool as I thought. Which there you go. You're cool. Your students think you're cool. That's important, I think. I don't know if that's actually important, but hearing your 6th grade gym teacher say fuck is definitely going to put a smile on your face. And since I'm an adult now, hearing him shit on Danielle Smith is pretty funny too. Also sick to hear your guys' golf talk. He happens to work at Highwood Golf Course, and he'd like to take us for a free 18, which we will absolutely take him up on.
Yep.
And he said, let's get that 1 drink per hole challenge going, which Drew's very good at.
I'm feeling attacked
And
on this episode.
the first round of vodka tampons are on him.
Hayden, thanks so much. I also sent him a reply that you might want to read.
I didn't read the reply.
Yeah, it's because I wanted to let him know that we, like I said, I'd read it on air, but also, shout him out.
It's been a minute. Yeah, we didn't want him to think we forgot about him. We got your email, made our day. Drew, aka Hoover, was wondering if any former students ever tuned in to hear our ridiculousness, which obviously we at least have one. Stoked you reached out. We'll read your email in the next mailbag, and Dex and I are absolutely going to come golf with you for sure. Pretty busy until August, but we'll be in touch. Yeah, you're oh fuck. Hope you're doing well, dude. Thanks again for listening. P.S. Dex prefers an XL vodka tampon if you're shopping. Heavy flow. Heavy XL heavy flow
XL,
for me.
there you go. That's what I needed.
Yeah, we always like free golf, but yeah, you're going golfing next week, but like not like you're not going to like Nanton.
No, I'm going to TPC Las Colinas in fucking Dallas, which
And
is
you're
crazy.
You're gonna rip some golf balls all over that course.
I can't, like, it's a mandatory caddy situation, and I've been joking about this all week. Like, I'm just gonna let them like walk me through everything, and then just like turf it in the water.
So you'd be like, listen, you're gonna want to aim left side. That'll give you a great shot into the green.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna nod and be like, I'm incapable of using this information.
I've got a full glizzy in my mouth. I got a vodka tampon in my butt.
Oh fuck! Speaking of glizzies, so yesterday I was telling you this upstairs, but now I need to put it on the podcast. Where I woke up, I had a breakfast sandwich. We went to your place, drove down to the golf course, all that. At the turn, I was getting very drunk very fast, and I don't drink a lot, so like
I thought it was just me that was drunk, Dex.
Yeah, no, it was also me. And so my cousin who I was golfing with was like, he doesn't drink, and so he was like looking at me like, I think we need to get some food in your gullet. I was like, I don't need any food, and I went to the bathroom. I came upstairs. I was like, yeah, I think I need food.
Yeah, I gotta eat something.
So he got me a hot dog. Thanks, Luke. And And then we finished golf. We come back to my place. We had a barbecue, and I had 2 more hot dogs. So I've had 4 things to eat yesterday, and 3 of those things were hot dogs. And then we go to In Cahoots, and we're on the dance floor, and I'm just burping. And I was like, every time I burp, I like
polluting.
Oh, and I could taste like, especially the Kirkland ones. I don't know what it is, but like you're just like, that's a distinct
extra
Costco
meaty,
hot dog,
extra grease.
And so I was like, oh man, like that tastes gross. And then we like finished this song where we were all like in a circle, like jumping, and then like
as you do at Cahoots.
Brad and Aaron are both like kind of look at each other and they're like, fucking reeks like hot dogs out here. And I'm like, yeah, I've been burping the whole time. They're like, that's fucking
That's
you. And I was
you?
like, yeah, well, like my whole diet has been hot dogs. And then I got home last night. I rode a bird scooter home, didn't crash.
We'll talk about
We'll
that.
talk about that too. But rode a bird scooter home. And then like from dancing and everything on like in Cahoots and stuff, I was a little sweaty. I had a schwitz going. And I'm sitting in my kitchen and all I can smell is like sweaty hot dog, and it was like coming out of my pores. Like when all you eat is hot dogs, it's like you become a hot dog.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I feel that I definitely, whatever I did to my body yesterday, like is seeping out of me. I'm absolutely toxic.
Yeah.
It's not good. Fuck the bird scooter. But you said, hold on, we got to backtrack. You said we got another mailbag.
no, the mailbag was your wife texting me. That was it came. Yeah.
Oh, she didn't.
It
wasn't
literally
even
showed up on my phone while I was playing the mailbag. So that was the
Yeah. So we're way too old for Cahoots, eh?
yeah. Oh yeah. But we
Fuck.
still get ID.
Apparently. Yeah, too old to get in, apparently. We ended up there recently as well. Like that, this is the second Cahoots in like
I know.
2
We're
weeks.
giving them a lot of business.
Yeah, we need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
It's always such a good idea at the time, and you go there and like you hate yourself.
Like, well, and you kind of look around and you're like, oh, like all the people you would expect to be here, like all the like Okotoks like lifers
Yeah.
are there. And
then
then you're
you
like,
realize,
oh, but I'm like
but that's
also
us.
that. Yeah.
that's us. Oh, there's one dude, I'm not going to put him on blast like I put Liam on blast. Sorry, Liam. Love you, bro. But there's a dude who's always there. And I had that realization when we went last time. He was there, and it was like, oh, yeah, like the legendary guy is here. But then I was like, and we're here. And that was after your show. So Dex had another show down at Hubtown, and it was a resounding success. I think that was a very good set that you had.
I was pretty happy with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were some notes after your last one. We talked it out, and I think you went for it. You executed well. There's also some really good comedians. I had not been to a show with that many bad comedians.
There's a big, I'm going to say a canyon between.
Yeah,
the
there was
good and the
guys
bad.
that were doing well, and then there was other people, and
There's a couple guys
crazy.
that killed it, and you actually hadn't seen those 2 guys before because you had missed those shows.
Yeah,
They'd
yeah.
been out before. Amol.
Yeah,
He was hilarious, and he was there the
he's
previous
got a great
week.
presence. He's very confident.
You could tell. I guess he'd done comedy previously. Kind of maybe took a little bit of a hiatus, and then has come back to it. And he's hilarious. But yeah, he's got great stage presence, right?
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell that that's like top tier. And then there, I forget his name, but he came down from Red Deer. He's come down a couple times, and he's like,
That was the
he's
first time I'd
fucking-
seen him.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
Not only was his set dialed, his delivery dialed, but he went after the guy that was the worst. But
but
thing
you thought he was like the best.
I was dying. Honestly, I cannot tell this story well enough. I cannot do it justice. And I also can't repeat the things that this man said.
Yeah,
'cause
he
they
went
were-
for it.
Because like, I don't even know how to describe this dude. He comes up and his whole bit is like, and I'm gonna say it, but like, please, here's the preface. This is not my language.
We're quoting.
We are quoting, but his bit was electricians are gay, and working as an electrician makes you gay.
Yeah.
And that was that was his fucking routine. That was his bit. But he didn't have bits. He didn't have
It was basically
jokes.
like we just said the bit.
Yeah.
Electricians are gay.
But he came up and he did it in a way like his delivery was poor, and he was like also like incredibly offensive.
Yeah, like when we're saying electricians are gay, that's like that we're just
scratching-
scraping
oh.
the surface. Like there was talk about like big black dicks.
It's
and, like,
honestly
it
hard
was-
to repeat for us.
It was crazy.
For us sitting here. It's like, how much do I want to say? And I can't say a lot because it was so wild. But what really got me going was that like he did this, and it honestly cleared the fucking room. There wasn't a laugh, but the situation.
It was the context of it. Like I remember looking at Aaron because it was his first time coming to any of these shows, and he was like cringing, like he couldn't even look at him.
Yeah, the girls were not. The girls were looking away.
Yeah, like it was like I can't even watch this.
But for me, it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
It was as you said, it was kind of like, and I was starting to
came
laugh
full
at the
circle.
end. It was like it went around so bad to that it started being good again. Like it started being funny about how bad it was.
Yeah.
And that killed you. You were dying.
Oh.
Like you were crying. I looked across the table and you had tears coming out of your eyes.
It was the funniest thing I've ever heard. I gave him a 5. Like, it's a 5.
The
points.
only 5 he probably got. Yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking because you get to vote on all these dudes, and I was like, that he wins.
And then, okay, the guy that came up, I'm gonna feel really mean saying this, but fuck, I gotta.
What
say
was
it.
his? Are you talking about the guy that came up after?
No. Oh yeah, finish your story. Sorry.
No. I just wanted to say, so like he was so bad, but then the dude from Red Deer, who was an absolute assassin, who's fantastic, he came up and ad-libbed based off like what had just happened.
And his dad was an electrician.
His dad was an electrician. He came up. He's like, I'd rather be. What did he fucking say?
I'd rather have 2 dads than like and be able to go on vacations than be poor. And he was like, just because this guy was like a plumber. And he's like,
I'd rather
like,
get raised by a homo than a peasant.
yeah, that was it. And he was just like laying into
He's
him.
like,
And
where are we in society where the guys that fix your toilets are coming up here fucking smashing electricians? He just like he got him. He got
went
him.
after
And
him.
that was the cherry on top because I was just dying. It was so funny. I loved it.
Oh, and
then,
it killed. Like I was keeled over, like gasping for air. Like
that was the funniest 10 minutes of my life.
yeah. He was hilarious, and he's been out a couple times and killed it both times. And then, okay, so I don't want to be mean, but the guy that came up and did the bit about the, like he's having trouble on like Tinder and shit, and he's having trouble in the dating scene.
I almost don't even remember.
And I think he only had,
Oh yeah. Fucking Looky Loo.
yeah.
Yeah. Mr.
Anyway,
Eyesight.
He's like talking about how he's having so much trouble, and like. First of all, like I think that joke's been done before a million different ways, and so it's kind of like
There's a lot of poaching at this amateur
But he was
fest.
like, man, or I was thinking, I was like, you really could have gone after it because, like, again, I don't mean to be rude, but the guy's fucking hideous.
It's the ugliest man ever. It's the ugliest man on the
Like,
planet.
and so, like, to me, I'm like, well, there's a reason why you're obviously having trouble on dating apps that are very like, and I say this about myself all the time. I'm not exactly a looker.
You're a handsome man.
But like, if I had to go, like, if my wife divorced me and I'd go on the dating apps, it's gonna be hard. Like, I'm more of like a personality guy. And
Well,
not
I'm moving to the mountains.
I'm not a photo-based
trying.
medium guy. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like if he had leaned into that, it would have been really funny. But he just like skirted around all of that, and it was just talking about the same dating problems that everyone has. And I was like, well, I feel like it's a little different.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be rude, but
I
like,
know what your problem is. It's your fucking face. It's your fucking body.
That would have been so funny. Like, just lean into that. I know that's really hard to do, and like, and you know, if you don't have the self-confidence to do that, I get it, and I feel bad even saying it right now.
He above all others, he cleared the room.
He cleared the room. There was 2 full tables that were just like gone because he was doing that,
and he was pretty offensive. He said some bad shit. Like, honestly, man.
and then I went up right after him, or maybe 2 after him, but I like closed out the show.
Yeah, which was unfortunate because
So many people had cleared out.
Your set was so strong this time around, and I know that they were trying to do you a solid. Like, oh, Dex is back. He's the anchor. Get him out there, and that's what that was. They're like, he's the best one here. We're gonna let him close, which is nice of them.
I was honored. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
cool, I get to close it.
It's
That's
very
sweet.
nice. But to have that guy go first and to have people just leave like that, I was like,
There's the table right behind you.
yeah.
And like I kept looking at their face, and they were like, "Buch!" Like,
Boy.
I
Oh.
cannot sit through
He
another
was
second.
bad.
Of it.
Like, I blocked a lot of him out of memory. Like the electrician bit, I remember because I was dying. He was so bad. But that, like, I had the reaction that other people had during the electrician bit, as I just couldn't watch it. I was like, I got to go for a smoke. I got to do something. This guy's brutal.
I'm gonna take up smoking right now.
Yeah.
Leave.
Fuck, this guy sucks.
Yeah, and I feel bad saying that during an amateur comedy night where everybody is at different levels, but yeah, there's some that is like, oof, like, and maybe just pull back a little bit. Like, some people really want to go for it, And I'm like, there's a skill to that. Like, for example, again, I keep forgetting his name, and I feel bad about this because he's hilarious. But the guy that came down from Red Deer and killed it,
You got to get him on the show.
Yeah,
He's hilarious.
did the electrician ad lib and stuff like that. He has some like really dark offside jokes, but his delivery is so good and his writing is so good that he can like kind of touch that, right? Like he can go touch the void a little bit.
It's nuance.
Yeah, and so I think some people are really trying to go for it and really trying to go for that like shock comedian value, and I'm like, there's an art form to that, and you got to be super dialed in with it. And I hate to say play it safe, but like it's almost like when you're learning, you probably should play it a little safe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And there's a couple things going on. There's a lot of shock. There's a lot of people trying to like, and I do appreciate that. I subscribe. We talk so much about the Overton window. We talk so much about the pendulum swing. You know, I'm enjoying this renaissance of being able to say stuff.
Yeah.
It is problematic because you get to a place where you have like Donald Trump as the president, and we're not going to go down that road, but like it gets dangerous, right?
Right.
You know, and then we're gonna shift back the other way.
And then it's like, well, where are we? What is joking and what is serious?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And there's that, but yeah,
these guys are going up and they're essentially like the electrician guy. Like that was hate speech.
that was just straight up homophobia.
Yeah, like there's no delivery in it. And I was like, you have to understand, dude. Like these are jokes, and when you don't say it as a joke, when you just come up and just say like, yeah, electricians like getting fucked in their ass by huge black cocks.
You're just
you
like,
gotta
what?
say it. You gotta say. I don't know how you sell that. And there was that girl that came up, and like I could appreciate where she was coming from, but her delivery just kind of fell off. And she was trying to be like, oh, I'm 40, I'm single, and I like vibrators. And I'm like, okay, that's a fun angle. That's cool. But then she just like made vibrator noises, and then she lost her whole set.
I think part of her problem was maybe she she forgot some of her bits, and which is unfortunate. That's happened to me before, where I'm like, oh, I forgot this bit that I really wanted to hit on.
But that's where your je ne sais quoi comes in.
You got to just push through.
You push through, and you find yourself, and you can just talk through it, and that's what a lot of these people are lacking.
It'll come with practice.
It's very big of me to say that because I haven't gone up and done it, but like, you know, if you forget, you keep rolling. But the amount of people that are like, oh, I gotta find my phone. There's that. So there's the unrehearsed, there's the shock factor. And then the other thing I just wanted to quickly touch on is, you know, I don't expect everyone to come with a new set every time, but this is the fifth month, I think. 6 month coming up.
5th or 6th, yeah.
There's a couple dudes that are doing the same jokes every single time. And I'm like, you're not Jerry Seinfeld. This is not gold. Like, you're not coming up here and smashing it. Sure, you're working on your delivery, but like, we're in the same room. You're telling these jokes and they're not landing. Don't come back a month after and say the same joke. It wasn't funny, and it's still not funny. And I feel like, yeah, maybe I'm being too hard on people, but I feel like that era of comedy, you know, the Andrew Dice Clay, where like, this is my routine, this is my joke, and I tell it.
Yeah.
The
Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, well, fuck, and he is
Yeah.
huge. But like that doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work at the amateur scene. It doesn't work at the professional level. You just can't say the same joke over and over and over and over. We live in an era where we're just like constantly satisfied by reels, memes. Like you're taking stuff in all the time. You're gonna come up and tell the same thing. Like, don't waste my time. There's so much of that.
Yeah, I'll go a little softer on that, but I do. For me, it's like, well, you're coming up to what is often a very similar crowd, right? Like, there's going to be a few different people, but I want to always. For me, it's a challenge to try and write something new every time we do this every month at Hubtown, and I'll go take that bit and I'll do it another venue, right? Like if I have another night, I'll try and hone it in. But I agree with you. Like if you're doing the same thing, there is a practice element of it. Like, again, we're all amateurs. Everybody's trying to hone their craft. So there is a practice element to it. And you need to get better somehow. And so if that's practicing the same shit, but also part of comedy is when you're not on stage and writing new shit and always writing shit.
Yeah.
And I also think challenging yourself to get outside that box of like writing some new stuff and performing it, it might not be good, but you might find a gem. Like I felt like after that, not this last one, but the previous one, where it was like, oh, it wasn't my best, but there's a gem in there that I can build off of.
You brought back a joke, one of your first jokes from
Yeah.
our show, And
Like 2 years ago.
2
now.
years ago, and it played well. But after you said it, and then you and I were talking after, we found a gem in that bit.
Yeah.
And I won't unleash it here, but I was like, no, this is what you say at this point. And you're like, oh, and it's like, okay, so you have to be thinking about it, and not watching these fucking other acts and then stealing shit. There's a lot of that too. There's a lot of like
in comedy. There's I think there's overlapping premises, right? Like two people can have the same premise, which is
people
fine.
can have the same thoughts. Things are funny. I get that.
But yeah, I think that also comes from like Reels and TikTok. Like you're seeing comedians all the time.
Yeah.
And it can happen where like maybe you see somebody and you don't even think about it, but then it just like plants itself in your mind, and then you just like do that bit, right? I think that happens sometimes. I don't. Yeah, there's a lot of things where it's just like, just do your thing. Just do your thing,
Well,
write some new stuff, do your thing, be you.
And I started us off on this path, and it did get a little negative. I was poo-pooing, but I'll bring it back to a positive space here. I think there's one more competition day, and then they're actually going to crown a winner or a set of top tier acts, and they're going to do an outside show. I believe it's in August.
Yeah.
And that's going to be huge. So we plug it all the time. This next one's a very big one because it's probably like the last voting round, and Dex is in the lead, or very close to the lead. So if you haven't been out, or if you are coming out, keep trying to get there. Do the votes, because if you win, you get like your own 15-minute set on a big stage.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be really fun. So
Yeah.
It is exciting, it is fun, and everyone that comes out, good for them for getting up there. I'll actually say that. That's my summation. I'll go fuck myself.
It takes balls.
It takes balls.
So,
Everyone
like,
that gets
everybody
up,
gets
they're doing a
credit
good
for
job.
that,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, July 19th is the next one.
Okay, July 19th, and then that brings us into August. That's the big finale.
Yeah.
And then we also have the chili cook-off. So lots of fun
There's
things.
lots of things going on.
Yeah, and we have a guest coming on the show, actually.
Do we?
Not today.
Well,
I'm not hiding him. But Daryl Hargrove, Good Enough Gaming Podcast, is actually going to
nice.
join us. And that's going to be fun because we've both been playing a lot of games lately.
oh, I've been smashing some Schedule 1.
Yeah, tell me about that. What is the
like-
game? What is that?
It's so like this indie developer made it, like this solo guy just made it. And like the art design and the graphics aren't like great. Like it's not like your AAA game or whatever. But you basically like you start the prologue, you're like living with your uncle, or you're living in an RV on your uncle's land, and you're dealing drugs. Like you're growing weed in your RV, dealing drugs.
I like it.
And then the cops chase you out of town and arrest your uncle. And so your uncle calls you from prison, and he's like, "Oh, you're in this city now. I've got some contacts," and you've basically got to build up this like empire. So you start by like just renting a motel room and growing weed, and then eventually you can like.
And what do you like? What's the game mechanics? You're like tending weed. You're like cutting buds.
Yeah, you're
watering
like
shit.
You're like planting, watering. Then you like cut it and like bag it, take it out. Yeah, take it out. You sell it to customers, and then
It's Animal Crossing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's like totally. And then when as you get bigger, you can connect with dealers, and then you can assign them some of the clients and stuff, and you gotta supply them. So like as you get further into the game, it's less about dealing drugs and more about like managing your operation. You can hire chemists. I started cooking meth.
Do guys come at you? Like, does it get shady?
Yo, so one time I sold meth to one of my customers, and they pulled a knife on me. Yeah,
In the game.
in the game and in real life.
And in real. This game sounds pretty cool.
It is pretty
It
fun.
sounds pretty
and then
cool.
like there's the cops, like you have to watch out. There's like cops doing patrols and stuff, and so if you're dealing and the cops see you dealing, they like chase you down. You gotta, it's like very GTA. You gotta run and hide until your like wanted level goes down. And then there's always a curfew, so if they see you running around at night, they'll like try and arrest you or they'll tase you or whatever. It's crazy.
Man, okay.
It's so fun. And then you hire employees. So like when you first start, you don't have much money, so you like every time you like.
How deep is this game? Do you hire like Liams?
Some of them are total.
You
One of
gotta-
my dealers is a total Liam.
You gotta fire
He's like,
them.
"Oh, I can't seem to sell these drugs." I'm like, it's fucking meth. Like everybody wants it.
Everybody wants it, Liam. Just turn the fucking simulator on, Liam.
Yeah. So it's but like literally, I bought it last weekend, and I've been playing so late at night sometimes. Like the first night I bought it, Alicia was taking Kennedy to the airport with her mom, and Alicia's mom, not Kennedy's mom. Just to clarify.
They gave me a little bit of a loop there. I was like, but she is the mom. What?
Yeah, Alicia's mom and Kennedy Kennedy's in Ontario right now, but Alicia was taking them to the airport. They had an early morning flight, so they had to be at the airport for like 5 a.m. And Alicia was waking up at like 3:34 to like get them there. And as I looked at the clock and I was like, holy fuck, I've been playing. It's like 3:30 in the morning. So I come lay down in bed, and as soon as I lay down, Alicia's alarm goes off. So like I was going to bed as like Alicia was starting her day. And I was like, I played this. I bought it a week ago. I've already put in 24 hours of game time.
Oh,
yeah.
When I'm going to Dallas this week, and I'm gonna get the Switch out. I'm gonna do some gaming, but it'll be exciting because Daryl's he lives a life of games. Like you go to his house, and he's got like an upstairs gaming area, a downstairs gaming area. They're set up for different things, and he's actively playing everything because he talks about it. Their podcast is big. He's actually kind of the first. You and I had talked about it, and we're like, we should do a podcast. And then Daryl was just starting out his, and they actually they have quite a listenership. They've got I can't remember how many fucking follows they have, but they're bigger than us. And they also not hard to do.
Yeah.
But they got on with Gamescom Canada. And they're like the premier, they're like the podcast of Gamescom Canada. And they get a booth up at their Edmonton spot, their Calgary spot, and they're doing really well. So I think it'll be a cool episode because we get to talk games. And that's like, for us, that'll be fun because we just love video games.
Yeah.
And
But he like loves video games.
Yeah, but I feel like we stopped talking about gaming and stuff like that because we actually have a lot of female listeners. And they're like, my wife tells me all the time, like, don't talk about video games. No one gives a fuck. But we'll actually get to dive into some stuff. But I want to hear about like that growth, like how going from like a nothing podcast to like actually having listeners, actually having guests. I think it'd be great. I'm very excited to have him on.
Yeah,
and maybe he's playing Schedule 1.
I feel like surely he's at least played it a little bit because it is very popular. Like it's kind of this like almost against all odds, this indie game that like has no major publishers behind it or anything like that. And is like one of the most highly rated games on Steam, and it's as addictive as the meth that I cook.
Nice.
Yeah.
He was on. It was Expedition 33. Is that the game? No. What is the game?
I'm not. I wish I was a bigger gamer.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll do that next episode. Yeah. But yeah, excited to have him on. And Dex's meth operation is doing super well. It's exciting.
It's going great. Yeah, I've got a lot of. I got 3 different properties now. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay, I gotta ask. Birthday. Did you get everything you wanted? Did you are you having a good day?
Well, I mean, yesterday, like, because it was Meg's birthday yesterday. Happy belated, Meg.
Yes.
But yesterday we kind of did what we have done the last few years, which is like
we lump your birthdays together.
Well, they're like back to back.
It's the like, Dex and Megan extravaganza. It has been since it has been since 30. That was when it started.
Yeah,
because we did the big casino night at my old place, and that was just like now it's been 5 years.
And so, which makes sense, and Vinny's birthday is today too.
Yeah, hey, happy birthday to my little sister.
And so we did. You organized like the golf tournament yesterday, the scramble, which was super fun.
It's so fun, dude. That's the way to play. I like getting tuned on a course, as people know. That's the way to do it, is to just like hit the best ball. We had so much fun.
Yeah, well, and it opens it up for people who maybe non-golfers to like still play and have fun.
Yeah, and you're keeping pace too. Like the marshal wasn't on us. Like
I will say, my wife was on a different team and played lights out and won yesterday.
Yeah, she made that big birdie putt on 18. My uncle,
and she birdied 17.
My uncle Drew, and her 17, I think, was a solo effort, wasn't it?
Solo birdie, yeah.
Yeah, which is nuts. But my uncle Drew, who's like, honestly, man, I love him so much. But he's a cartoon character, but like not like a fun one. Like he's like Eeyore. Like the amount of times the guy smiles, like it's just not his vibe. He doesn't do it. He's just, and it's always been his personality. Like if you get him talking about music, he can get excited. He definitely likes to laugh, but he's got a very dry sense of humor. He doesn't get hyped for anything, right? When Alicia sunk the birdie putt on 18, watched him run across the green with his arms up and like jump and cheer, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? I've never seen the man elated ever. And Alicia sunk that putt and he did like a yeah.
And they crushed it. But they
was so
were
fun.
like 2 under par, I think, at the end of the day or something like that.
That floored me that we played a scramble and with like a lot of like decent golfers, and we had one team break par.
Yeah.
Like we shot a
We
shot
were-
a 74.
We were well on our way. We were 73, so 2 over. We were well on our way. We were 1 under after 4. And I think mine on 4 was a solo birdie effort. But we were doing really well. We had like taken a lot of different drives.
Yeah.
And then I just started getting like really progressively drunk. I was
Yeah.
actually playing insanely good. And then I shotgunned a beer on the green on 5. And then we took 3 of, like, we had to take 3 of everybody's drives. We had completed my 3 in 4 holes. Like it was like, we know we got to get other drives in, but like Dex just
He
bombed
just
this.
keeps hitting them so good.
And so, but then we took 2 the rest of the day. So after 4 holes, we had taken 3, and we took a total of 5 the
Okay.
entire day. So I really fell off pretty hard. Yeah, and it was like by the end, I was like having trouble seeing the end of my golf club. I was like, okay, yeah.
We took Graham's girlfriend. She's 24. I didn't know that. I was like, fuck, you're the youngest person I know other than the kids that I teach. This is crazy to me. And she was so dialed. We took first 3 holes, took 3 of her drives.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we just like, she was drinking at our level. You know, I'm a 250-pound man who drinks a lot. And like, she just was done. Like she
It's a good thing she got the drives out of the
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. She got to the point where she like could not hit a ball. Like couldn't physically put a ball on the ground and make contact with it. It was over for her. So we're very handicapped coming into the last couple holes.
Oh, I was totally handicapped.
yeah.
So like, I'm a good golfer.
Yeah, you are.
I lost 4 golf balls on 15.
Oh, I lost my beautiful Dex and Megan face golf balls, which is too bad.
I was finding a few. I was like, oh, I think I found my ball, and it was like I was purposely not playing with those. Also, I added them to the ball wall.
Did you?
Yeah, I've got Meg up there,
Oh.
and so originally, I was like, oh, it'd be so funny. Like, I'll put me and Meg side by side, and then I was like, is that weird? Is that weird?
No, we're best friends. We're all
Okay.
best friends.
Okay, I didn't know if it was weird or not, and then I because I was thinking about it, I was like, I am gonna move it apart. But we got the top 2 corners there.
You know what? That thing's really coming together.
It is. Yeah, we're filling it up.
Yeah, we're doing good. I'm gonna miss you on our golf trip this September. I really am. And I'm gonna
But we're going to Kananaskis.
Yes, we're going to do Kid and Lorette with the wives, and we're going to lose some absolute change at the casino. We got a good summer shaping up, man. It's fantastic. I did want to it's in the back of my head. Aaron, if you're listening,
Stop riding
you
scooters.
can't ride bird scooters
Like
anymore.
we were actually talking before the show. I think we're gonna send a letter or something to Bird just to like ban you because like we love you, buddy, and
We're very concerned.
yeah, we'd hate to see you like drinking out of a tube the rest of your life.
These things, yeah, that's a very hold my feeding tube Reddit thread type of vibe when he gets on them.
And it's all the time. Like he's crashed so many scooters.
These things are kind of like I want to say, is it emblematic? Personifies it. Like the bird scooter is what's wrong with society. Like it's a perfect snapshot of like we suck as a race, as a people. You know, like you're so fucking lazy you can't walk. But like
I took one home last night.
I know, but it's like it's a weird thing. I kind of hate them. I do. I hate them.
I think they're insanely dangerous. It's like
They're
crazy
so
that like,
dangerous.
you can just download an app and immediately be riding 30 kilometers an hour.
And almost exclusively driven by inebriated adults.
Yes.
You know, like I don't think anyone understands.
I've never looked at a bird scooter sober and been like, obviously,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Because I'm like, I'm going to take my car.
Yes, that is what they're for. They're for drunk people, and they're super heavy, and they're pretty fast.
They go fast,
They
yeah.
go fast. They're so dangerous. I know so many people who've like had like big serious injuries on these fucking things. You're running people over. If you go downtown Calgary, like in the summer, like there's just like you got bird scooters in the fucking shrubs in the river. You know, like they're treated really poorly. They're kind of like an ugly thing.
Yeah.
And then when they're being used by people who are just absolutely trash bombed, and they're just terrorists on the fucking roadways. Like there's nothing good about him. But our dude, he embodies the like guy who should not ride one.
Yeah.
And I think they have to add breathalyzers Like I think it's got to be a blow and go.
Their
situation.
business would immediately end. Like they would make no money.
So
They need an ignition lock on those things. Yeah, sorry, we made $0 this summer.
So Boosh, if you're listening, man, I love you. One of my favorite dudes. You can't ride those things anymore. So he's had a number of spills, and then last night like I said, I didn't get into In Cahoots, which is probably good for my life. And Megan and Vinny and Cam, they're all walking home, and he had already left. And I don't know what, he just went on like a little bit of an odyssey. Like he just went for like a bird scooter rip.
Which I thought about it last night, and then I was like, no, I want to get home. But I was like, oh, should I take the long way? Like these are kind of fun.
Yeah, so he was doing that, but they didn't realize it was him, and he's got this history of crashing. But they just saw this random person like crossing the street and coming up to the boulevard, and instead of hitting the ramp, he just ran that front wheel into the curb, and like
Just yard sale.
They didn't know it was him, but they said when they saw this guy crash, they were all three of them in unison, like, oh, like, oh, that guy's dead. And then they like listened, and this guy's going, I'm okay. And it's Aaron. He's fucking out there. Aaron, you gotta stop taking a bird scooter, guy. Yeah, they gotta ban his card.
Call an Uber.
Yeah.
So my credit card got stolen last month.
What?
Yeah, it got cloned, and
Well, that's bizarre.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so the bank texted me, and they're like, would you like to approve this transaction? I'm like sitting in the playroom with the kids, and it's like $1,000 dinner at this bar in Ottawa. And I was like, no.
Yeah, as you
And
do.
so then they locked my card and told me to call in. And so I called in, and there's a couple other smaller transactions that had gone through, but this one was like red flag city. And so they refunded me everything. It was like obviously fraud. That's why you use a credit card.
Yeah.
So, right. So it wasn't a big deal, but they sent me a new card with like a new card number and everything. And I've gone through, but you use your credit card on so many of these different apps. Like obviously I changed it for like, all my payments. Like I just have my phone bill and everything automatically go through my credit card. But you forget about these other things. So like the Bird app, it automatically reloads. Like every time you get to zero, it'll load up $20, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so I hadn't used it since last summer, I'm assuming. And I was riding, and I got to the condos kind of by Walmart there. And all of a sudden it started beeping. And it was like beep, 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 beep. And I was like, oh, is the battery almost? I don't understand what's going on. I'm too drunk right now.
Yep.
And all of a sudden it just started slowing down. Then it stopped. I was like, what? So I opened the app because I thought the battery was dead. Open the app and there's a notification. It's like, we couldn't bill your card. And it was my old
It's
card.
the weight rating. It's like,
Yeah, it's like you got fatter somehow on this ride. No, it was like the old card. But it's like 12:30 at night, and it's in the dark, and so I'm trying to add my new credit card to the app in the dark, and I'm drunk too. And so I had like a 10-minute like stall out where I was like, and then I thought about it afterwards. I could have just dished that and like walked home. I
You
was
just
on
walked home.
Cimarron Boulevard.
yep.
But no, I had to fix it. But yeah, it was just me being like,
Instant gratification, man.
I wanted to ride that scooter just
We
a
gotta
little
get
further.
outside. We
And
gotta-
it's
we
like
gotta
still
walk.
outside my house, which
I did see that.
I
saw a
laughed
bird
this
scooter
morning.
parked
I
outside
laughed
your
this morning
house.
because I looked out the window from the playroom, and there's just this bird scooter like angle parked in front of my house, and I was like, that's like a bat signal to all my neighbors that I got too drunk last
Yeah,
night.
which you never do.
I don't.
Yeah.
So, and actually, after golf, I kept it pretty straight. Like I was like just drinking waters and like Dr. Peppers.
Yep.
Because I was barbecuing and like hosting people at my house. I didn't want to be like a total shitbag.
Making sure I was still breathing as I slept on your
It
deck.
disappeared.
Yeah.
But then like, I got to In Cahoots, and then I was like almost sober again, and then I started drinking again, and then I was like, I just need to go to bed.
Yes.
Like that's all I really wanted.
My departure was such a blessing in disguise, and my wife came and got me. My wife rode a bird scooter to the house to get me.
Yeah,
to,
she like
drag
left.
me
She's
out.
like, I'm gonna go get Drew,
Yeah.
get his passport.
And I was like, we didn't get in a fight, but I was like, I've been with my wife since the 9th grade. For all my faults, she knows me, and I don't want to put this on her, but like, if I slumber, if I hibernate, if I'm gone, let me lie. Do not coax me. It's not a good idea. And that's what happened. She came in. She's like, we're all partying. We're all still gone. I really want you to come. And I was like, I have quit the day. I am done. And you don't want me there. So leave me alone. And she's, oh, it's my birthday. Like, you're being such a fuddy-duddy. She said other things. And I was like, I'm telling you, you've seen this before. I've lived this before. If I'm out for the count, like, don't let me fight another round, right? Like, don't fucking ice me up and put me out there for a few more punches. I'm toast. But she didn't let it lie. And she's like, I want you to come out. I want you to be part of my birthday. I had an amazing day. I had the best day ever, but she was insatiable. Please come with me. So I was like, all right, I will come to Cahoots. I will get my fucking passport and I'll go back and try to convince these nice men at the door that I am fine to enter their establishment, right? So she actually did. She got me out the door and I'm walking up Woodhaven Boulevard, and she's like, let's take a bird scooter. Let's ride it together. And I was like, oh, okay. And I've here's an admission. I've never ridden one. I hate them so much. I've never ever stepped on one. So she loads up the card. We get on the scooter. We're trying to double, and it's just inoperable. It's just like you're pressing down on the thing. It won't move. So we're like kick pushing it like it's an actual fucking oxygen scooter. And like I'm starting to get like like unreasonably mad. That's a thing. Like that's like you should have let me lie. You should have let me fucking just like hibernate. And this thing is not moving. And so we hop off. She's like, I don't know what's wrong. And I fucking picked up the scooter and I'm about to Hulk smash it on the asphalt. Like I'm about to destroy this bird scooter. Megan's like, no, please don't. My credit card is like, it's like attached to it. And I'm like, it was such a scene. I'm like, you should have let me sleep. You should have left me where I was. Why did you wake me? And that's when she realized, she's like, I should not have got this man up. Why did I come back to get him? He's about to fucking destroy a bird scooter on the road. Yeah. So she went to In Cahoots and I went back to bed. So that's how that night ended.
I remember in the Uber from my house to In Cahoots before they denied you entry.
Yes.
You were in the front seat, like just grabbing all of the driver's stuff, like the cans that he had. You're like, oh, Red Bull's trying to stay awake. And like, you just like grabbing all his shit and like talking to him and being ridiculous. You said some other things that I won't repeat, but.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
you're going to have to tell me off.
Okay,
Because I actually have no idea what you're talking about. Okay. So please.
One of them, I was crying laughing, but I was also like, I want out of this fucking car.
Okay. Like you can't repeat it on the podcast?
No.
Stop. No.
Anyway, the whole time Brad's like, Drew, can you stop my Uber rating? My Uber. So Meg being like, my credit card, just reminded me of Brad being like, my Uber rating, Drew.
When I go down, don't get me up. The last time that happened, we were in Sandpoint. It was a man van trip. And we'd all, you go to the condo and everyone picks their place and we go have this big night and I'm a mess, whatever. And then we come back and I had slept in Landon's bed, and Landon was like, hey, Hoover, get up, get out of my bed. And I was like, I'm not the one, and you're not the two, Landon. Like, if someone's gonna move me from my bed, it sure isn't you. So like, you find a new place to sleep. And he wouldn't let it go. He was like, no, we already picked our beds. This is where I sleep. Get up. And I was like, you don't want me to get up. And I'll make this quick. So Landon roused me from my slumber, and I just started swinging. And Ross, my other best friend who lives in Ireland, tried to break it up, and he caught a right hooky. And to this day, Ross has like a cut from lip to nose, and he lost that tooth.
And it's hilarious that he's like going on vacation with you next week.
I can't. Well, Megan's like, you guys got to be good. I was like, it's two guys. It's just two guys. What's going to happen? Don't wake me up. Don't ever,
well, he learned.
Yeah,
he learned.
Don't ever wake me up. I have to hear what I said. I'm so excited.
I can't wait to tell you because I was crying, but I was like, oh.
Okay. Well, birthday boy, I love you so much. I'm already into the cans again. Nothing would make me happier than to go upstairs and do some card pulls.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do some Pokemon pulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone, thanks for listening. Expect that Good Enough Gaming podcast collab coming out. Very excited to get together with Daryl, and then probably not again until August when we're talking about the comedy finals and the chili cook-off, because we're going to take some time here to enjoy our loved ones and enjoy our summer.
We're going to make some hot dog chili.
Yeah. Mustard sauce.
All right, bye.
Bye.